Hello and welcome to Tuesday Science. Are you ready to rock? Okay, good. So today we're going to continue talking about the parts of plants. Okay, yesterday we had a chance to talk about the roots, drink the water, stems help carry the water up to the leaves. The leaves take the sun and the water and the air, and it helps the plant grow and make food for the plant. Okay, all very important parts. I'm going to sing a song because I'm a singer, and it's called Plants. How did that plant get there? How, oh, how did that plant get there? It must have started from seed. There's a stem, some leaves, and a bud. It's growing at a fast speed. How, oh, how did that plant get there? And now, what else does it need? It needs air and water and light to grow, and that we all can agree. But how, oh, how did that plant get there? It makes me wonder indeed. Shouldn't touch my face. Was it wind or water or maybe a bird that dropped off that traveling seed? Well, there's your story for the day, or the song for the day. And what are some kinds of plants? Well, plants can come in all shapes and sizes. The leaves can be big, leaves can be small. And you see them every day, all around. When you're taking that bus ride to the school or the ride with your mom and dad to school, you look all around and you see trees and leaves everywhere. Plants are everywhere. Some are very big and they tower over you. And some are smaller than your finger. What are they? Well, if you guessed plants, you were right. And what does a plant need to grow? Well, it needs water. They get that from the rain. It needs air. And it needs the light from the sun. All these things work together, and they're needs for the plant. The plant has to have them. So what would you plant in a planting pot? What kind of a plant? And how would you help your plants grow? Well, you'd have to give it some water, make sure it's near a spot that it's getting lots of fresh air, and it's also getting a windowsill would be a great place to get the sun, because the sun shines in the window in the plant, and that helps the plant get everything it needs. I mean, plants need that light. They need soil to grow in. Soil is just a fancy word for dirt. It's a science word. And plants can grow well in those types of conditions. So we're going on to the functions of plants, and we just remember the stem is the part that carries the water to the leaves, okay? The roots hold the plant in the soil and also drinks the water, okay? The stem carries the water to the leaves, like I said before. The leaves use the light, the air, and the water to make sugar for the plant that helps the plant needs to grow. Many plants have flowers, and flowers make seeds. These are new plants that grow from every seed. So you're going to notice that these plants are changing as they're growing. They're getting bigger and bigger, and they're growing from that tiny, tiny seed, because there's a tiny plant inside of each seed. And it uses a stored food to help it grow. So as the plant grows, the root pushes down. Roots don't grow up. Roots grow down into the dirt. And they grab it really nicely so it doesn't blow away. And then the stem and the leaves begin to grow up. Okay. Some plants make flowers. The flowers will make the seeds. Some of the seeds will grow into new plants. The changes the plant will grow through. Well, you might wonder, how does a seed get from one place to another place? Well, this can happen from many different things. The wind can blow it to different places. The seeds can be blown in the water, and the water can travel in a river to different places. Okay? These seeds can even get caught on an animal's fur or a bird's feather. And the bird will fly away, but won't realize that the seeds are on its body covering. And then the seeds will fall when the bird's flying and fall into dirt. Next thing you know, the sun shines, the rain comes, and a new plant is born. Okay? So these are all really important. And they use a word called scatter. Scatter means to spread out. And you know, plants in the world are not in one place. They're all spread out. And you might wonder, how do they get to these different places? And how do they grow in all these different places? Well, that happens when the seeds scatter and go across. And that can happen from animals moving them. It can happen from the wind blowing, many different ways. All right. Well, that's really about it for today. I want you to think about what roots do, what stems do, what leaves do, and what flowers do. How do all of these parts work together to make that plant grow? Well, it's really amazing, but it happens every day. And I think that this is an interesting and important part, and we learned in the beginning of the year. So it's really important that we review this and we talk all about the plant parts and their functions or their jobs, because they each have an important part. Each part of the plant helps. Tomorrow, we're going to go to a different new Nearpod slide, and we're going to be talking a lot about the plant parts that we eat. So when you're having an apple in school and you're sitting at your desk, what part of the plant is that? Well, it's the part called the fruit. Okay, remember, the flowers die and the fruit begins to grow. Now, if you're eating these fruits, I know a lot of students of mine eat some really healthy things. They start their day with sweet peppers. They start their day with strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, all different types of things that are really good for your body, really healthy. But I don't know if you realize this, these foods come from plants, apples, oranges, and many, many other things. But Wednesday and Thursday of this week will be spent on a couple of things. One of the things is we're going to be playing a game called Guess That Fruit or Guess That Vegetable. And another thing we're going to be talking about is what part of the plant are we eating? Are we eating the root part? Carrots. Are we eating the stem part? That's what happens when we eat celery. Are we eating the flower? Well, that's what happens when we eat broccoli. And seeds. Do we eat seeds? Well, I like corn. And instead of eating corn, I could plant those seeds and they'll grow into big corn plants. So there's lots of parts of the plants that we need and that we use every day. These are all really important things. But I can't wait to talk about some more fruit and vegetables tomorrow, because I have lots of examples I'm going to be showing you. And I'm going to see your fruit and vegetable vocabulary and see how many of these you are familiar with. Some are going to be easier than others, but I bet you'll be able to name a couple of these kinds of fruits and vegetables. All right, have a great day. And tomorrow is a new day, Wednesday, and I'll speak to you then. Signing off, Mr. Ehrlinger. Have a great day.